Hello everyone, welcome to Wings to Career. I, your host Mridul, is here to resolve all your queries you ask to us via social media from the panelists we have from industry as well as institutions. I would like to share with you that we got questions from various universities across the country, almost 18 plus states, and we have a bunch of about 85 plus questions from various students from across universities. Naming a few, we got questions from Tamil Nadu Agriculture University, Punjab Agriculture University, Amity University, Osmania University, KIT School of Rural Management, Dr. Raju Prasad Central Agriculture University, Shweta LPU, Jaypee University of Agriculture and Technology, and many more. So now let's introduce you to the experts and the panelists we have today. So introducing you to the panelists, I have Dr. Shweta, who is the placement officer of ISAB, Imperial School of Agri-Business. I have Dr. Krishna, who is a professor biotechnology from Jaypee University, and I have Mr. Raju Kapoor, Director Corporate Affairs, FMC. So to the panelists, I would like to brief you, sir, that we have got in last 7 days, we have got questions from approx 18 universities, and approx 85 plus students have asked their queries to us regarding the career options in agriculture domain. So we have taken just 3 questions, the major ones out of those 85 questions. I'll be asking one question to each of you, and then we can also have a bit of open discussion on the questions after that. So my first question will be to Professor Shweta. Ma'am, I would like to know from you that usually students do opt for MBA, ABM, and then they go for placements, like they directly opt for jobs. But there is also an option of doing PhD after MBA, ABM. So do you think that PhD is a better option, or should they directly opt for job opportunities after MBA?
So I will be starting with firstly, thank you for having me in this show. And now this is, we talk about the psychometric analysis in the education system. So when they enter in the MBA program, before that only they analyze that they are fit for this program or not. MBA means they have understood something, that's not analysis, that they do have that leadership skill. Via leadership skill, they can earn more and they can communicate more, because it's MBA means it's a completely professional program where you have to show your leadership skills. And when we talk about the leadership skills, is both the communication, verbal and non-verbal communication, which can help the candidate to work in the company and to gain knowledge and to help in their goals to make profit. And secondly, they can be good entrepreneur. That is one sector. Now coming to this second segment, that is PhD. PhD means basically research centric. But after MBA also one can go for it, but one has to be quite patient and need to have that kind of analytical skill. If someone is having that analysis skill about himself or herself, that he is best fitted for that leadership part, or he is more into the content part, more of the research thing, because everything starts from the research. So if he or she is good into that, because now things have grown wide, while doing PhD also they can earn. If we talk about the earning part, so the content writing, there are digital platforms, there are different opportunities for them even to learn, earn and grow ahead. So here I will just say that it's up to you that what you want to select, the student wants to select, and both have got their wide opportunities. In both the segment, they can earn a lot and they can make their name, fame according to their potentiality. But thing is that one thing, the most important thing I would like to say, one should go ahead with a SWOT analysis, because that is really important. Even if someone finds that after entering the MBA program, that they have got this kind of skill, because in ISP we used to train a student in that way. So if they find that they have got that kind of skill, so they can go opt for that opportunity for the PhD program also, or directly after MBA they can get the placement.
But like you said, that PhD is more inclined towards research. So as far as मतलब I think that research वाला part जो होता है वो MSc and research is more, you know, that trend is more now. So PhD के बाद मतलब MBA के बाद PhD isn't it very बहुत small segment कोई करता
अच्छा हाँ, good question actually. As I said before opting for MBA, only they should decide. So either one should go for like MSc program and after that for the PhD program. But बहुत बार क्या होता है ना कि स्टूडेंट को बाद में रियलाइजेशन होता है कि they can be good teacher, okay? And research का मतलब ये नहीं होता that you need to be in the teaching sector or you need to be a good researcher. इसका ये भी होता है they want to have some kind of additional thing that will help them to go in the company or when they are having their own organization. So thing is that कि you need to first important thing education में starting से ही student को SWOT analysis करने की important है. After even 12th they should decide that what exactly they want to in graduation, and after that they need to select subject accordingly.
Sir, what's your take on that? Because you have such a huge experience and you have trained people, you know a number of people who have worked under you. So MBA और MBA के बाद PhD दोनों में से better option और better skill set provide करने के लिए what is better?
No, like Shweta said, it's basically about what is your end objective. If you know this is my end objective and the skill set requirement is not getting fulfilled with just an MBA and you need to add possibly something beyond MBA, either in the analytics side or research side or something more, it's an individual decision. I would say it's a personal decision of the person. If he or she wants to add up that added skill set, looking at their long-term or career goals, whatever are the career goals. So I would not read too much into it. I mean, it's an individual choice. So wait.
Thank you so much.
Every bit of educational layer adds to your own knowledge, to your own spectrum. So never a problem. I see many people who have done MBAs and PhDs and they're very successful.
So is it like MBA and PhD industry is open to those people, or those people have to only go to research or opt for a profession like being into teaching and education? Industry में क्या MBA PhD के बाद scope है?
Depends, because if you are doing a PhD, depends आप किस subject में PhD कर रहे हो. For example, if you're doing PhD from my side, if you're doing it in chemistry, right, and in synthetic chemistry, तो आप R&D में आना चाहते हैं, अगर research and development, new molecule discovery में आना चाहते हैं, you definitely need a PhD there. So आपको useful है. Management of science is again a big area of opportunity in the industry. Of course, you don't get it when you move in, but managing research is a huge subject because research is highly resource intensive. Simultaneously, research also gives you the cutting edge in the market. So people who can manage research it's a huge, great skill set. So if there are people with those kind of skill sets, as they grow up, they would be in a leadership position very, very soon. If they are able to execute both of them together.
This is something new which I got to know, managing research.
Of course, you have to manage research. Research is very expensive, right? I mean, we as a company spend something like FMC, we spend almost 7% of our global turnover on research. So it's a huge amount. It runs into thousands of crores. So अगर आपको 10 करोड़ का बिजनेस संभालने के लिए मैनेजर चाहिए तो 1000 करोड़ के R&D संभालने के लिए तो चाहिए.
Thank you so much, sir. Ma'am, question to you because you are from biotech background. So we also have had questions from biotechnology. Or ये personally when I completed my intermediate, so I was looking for which subject or which career domain to opt for. So biotech was also something which was trending at that time. So but when I got guidance from people, तो लोगों का यही कहना होता है कि इंडिया में बायोटेक्नोलॉजी का स्कोप नहीं है. So is it so कि इंडिया में बायोटेक्नोलॉजी का स्कोप नहीं है, बाहर जाओगे तो स्कोप है, या इंडिया में भी ऐसा है कि हाँ बायोटेक्नोलॉजी का स्कोप है? सो आई वुड लाइक टू नो फ्रॉम यू एंड देन फ्रॉम सर एंड मैम ऑल्सो कि ये कॉन्सेप्ट बहुत चलता है अभी भी। अगर कोई पूछता है तो हमारे दिमाग में भी वो है कि इंडिया में बायोटेक का स्कोप नहीं है, बायोटेक करोगे तो बाहर जाना पड़ेगा। सो इज इट सो, और इंडिया में भी स्कोप है?
First of all, thank you very much to yourself and to Krishi Jagran for asking me to be a part of this panel. And yes, you have put a very challenging question to me, I should say that. And I am also equally aware that this is a question for which many number of students who are pursuing biotechnology would like to look for an answer also. Now, biotechnology, one thing what I would like to say is when you are entering into biotechnology, you should be prepared that you are entering into a field that is skill dominated. So unless otherwise you have empowered yourself with a skill set, you cannot expect that industry will come to you with an open arm irrespective of your capabilities. So first of all, what's important is when you're a biotechnology graduate, so you really need to have mastery of the skills which the industry is looking for. If you have that, then whether you are a B.Tech or an M.Tech or a Ph.D, you will find the appropriate place for you. That is the primary thing. Right? It's about getting yourself skilled. That is the first thing. And the second thing, the Department of Biotechnology is doing a tremendous job. And then if you see, there is a complete compendium that they have compiled, which says a Disha, which talks about more than 300 plus types of career opportunities exclusively for life sciences and biotechnology graduates. So there is no dearth of possibilities. It is whether you are capable to take that kind of an option or not. Because like for example, let us say we have got a company which has come. Now this is a company which are patent attorneys, okay, and when they have come up, when there is something which is floated to the students, like I'm talking many years before, they were like, as biotechnology engineers, are we going to have a place over there? Okay, then later on, when they have realized that intellectual property rights is requiring an equal importance of legal knowledge and also a domain knowledge. If somebody is filing a patent in biotechnology field, the lawyer will not be able to do a total justice to frame the claims unless otherwise he has got a domain specialist to tell him what the science is. So it is a marriage of both the sciences which is required. So many a times when biotechnology students are looking for their job, they do not pre-assume that they are not fit for that particular sector, but it is not so. That kind of the domain knowledge will be very useful in multiple sectors. Like for example, I can give you an example where it's like a solar power industry, okay, solar panel making industry. Now you might say, okay, what a biotechnology person will do in a solar industry, right? Because it is IT people or it is electronics people, what place do I have? Now I'll just tell you, now the solar panels, when they are mounted initially, right? Now what they were having this issue is like, either they are mounted east facing so that they receive half the sunlight during half of the part of the day, and then they are turned towards the west so that they receive maximum point of sunlight. Now let us say, now you do not, and that requires lots of mechanization and lots of many other things to do this. Now let us say, what is a simple idea to look at it? Okay, so how we can make it simpler, and can biology help us in a way? A simple example, a protein which senses light and it moves the system on its own, the sunflower. Everybody of us know that. And they have incorporated the technology in the solar panels, and now they have got a light sensing solar panel which moves with the direction of the intensity of the sunlight, so that you don't need to do anything about it. So this is a total field of science which is biomimicry. There is another field like aerodynamics design. What a biology person is going to do it. Everything which is starting from the design, the shape, the buoyancy, everything has got a biological principle. Give you another example where you have got, you have got banking, you have got money which is being transferred across, and you are worried about the security. What is the code you are having? Maybe a 10-digit code, maybe a 20-digit code. How more secure you can make it? Where you have got the solution. You have got the solution in butterfly wings. How is it that? Because butterfly wings is is nothing like colors or pigments. It is orientation of different fibers. When light falls on it, in different orientation, it gives you a different kind of a pattern or a design. Now you construct a chip which is based upon that nanofibers, which has got that security encrypted in it. The correct light orientation, the correct intensity, then only it is open. So you have got a solution over there. So what you should look for is this kind of an interdisciplinary approach. You have your capability made, you have your skill set made, you have a place. Otherwise, it is like any other field. Just the other day I was reading at the reports of Statistica. So, there are 15 lakh engineering graduates which are coming out every year, and they say 80% of them are not employable. So it's not that biotechnology students are not getting a job. And another thing which I could say, you take the example of a doctor who does an MBBS, 6 years of their life they give to medicine, they come out, do you think they are flooded with job opportunities? They work for something, maybe I should not say foreign, but yes, so it is not, biotechnology is not having an opportunity. You have to make yourself capable, and the world is there for you, including India.
Thank you so much. Sir, your perspective, is industry from Indian context, is industry open for biotech too?
So many of the solutions to the existing problems, whether that be in crop growing or protecting the crops, or in terms of nutrition, or in case of dairy, managing dairy animals, etc., many of them find solutions, and what we should say is environment-friendly solutions in biotechnology. They have a lot of solutions. So biotechnology definitely offers solutions. Now, there are two things to that. One thing is that you're bringing in the skill, where to apply the skill. So, and the second thing is there, what should I say, an ecosystem created which can absorb this skill set. So the ecosystem, we have a challenge in terms of policy. If you look at the larger policy, I'm taking, for example, take microbial pesticides, right? So microbial pesticides are a huge area, massive area. Globally, microbial pesticides are growing like crazy. But in India, we have put a ban on the import of those products, right? Formulations, or for that matter, the global companies cannot bring their products here, and because the regulations are not very defined. So I would say, if the policy direction, number one, number two, regulatory clarity, if that is provided, it will open out significant opportunities for students in biotechnology to be in the area of R&D, in the area of manufacturing, in the area of business development also. So skills or the talent would follow or should follow the regulation again. So if the regulation is there, if the clarity is there in the policy regime, that we need to move forward with the latest technology. Otherwise, the kind of products that are today in the name of biotechnology, the products which are flooded in the market are all underperforming products, right? So if you want cutting edge products will generate significant demand from the farmers, from the field, and that demand will generate a lot of opportunity for talent to be absorbed. And that point in time, there will be a gap. So maybe the educational institutions will have to pump in very quickly a lot of students in that area. So I should say, scope definitely yes, but you have to have the right policy framework and regulatory framework which helps those students find the right opportunities. Otherwise, they have to go abroad, do some kind of a research, and do I don't know what kind of jobs. Because as of today, only a very few brightest of the students, whoever are the brightest in biotechnology, they go abroad, definitely. And they settle down there. They don't come back because, again, the same thing. So, I think.
So, when we were talking about skill set and all those things, I come up to my third question for you specifically, sir. It's from universities. It's the most asked question. We got it from students from PAU, from Angulu, from Amity, from LPU, and many other universities. The question is that it is found that organizations usually prefer experienced candidates rather than preferring the freshers. So we have ma'am from the placement office also, ma'am from Biotechnology. So is it so that ये सच है कि organizations do prefer experienced candidate only, or do they prefer freshers also, or do institutes need to enhance the skill set of students in a way कि freshers को भी अच्छी opportunities मिले?
So businesses normally are very efficiency oriented. So if they get a product which is ready to use, the first priority is always have a ready to use product.
That's true, sir.
The ready to use product comes at a cost.
Yeah.
So if you want to balance out the cost, then you are looking at fresh talent and experienced talent, a blend of the two together, so that you are able to optimize the cost of talent in the organization, develop the future bench strength of the organization by having these new people. Having said that, the necessity of the talent to be of the right absorbable quality is a must. It's a bottom line. So if you are not there at that level,
so it means that apart from the institutional education, theoretical and practical knowledge which these students are getting, should they also get themselves trained or enhance their skill set at their own into other things related to industry?
So
or what skill set exactly industry is required? कि अगर कोई fresher है तो वो what all they should have in them so that they can be easily adaptable to the industry?
Yeah. So like I said, industry is very cost conscious. So every 1 rupee spent, you are looking at when do I get a return of this 1 rupee. So do I take a raw, grind it for 2 years and then start expecting this one? Or do I take a raw with a enough what we call as aptitude and the skill set? So skill set is one part, aptitude is the second part. So we are looking at essentially people who are likely to be successful than people who are educated but likely not to be successful. So the focus many a times, we have been hiring, we have been making significant hiring even at this time when the whole industry is retrenching people, because the way FMC is growing and the way we have our plans for the country, we are continuously hiring. But what we are hiring is essentially those people who are future ready, people who are ready to, because right now there's a downturn, so they should be able to go up with us on the upturn and drive the businesses. So we are looking at soft skills like leadership skills, all the regular skills which are taught in the universities, right? So nothing great, but the gap between a pure play graduate and an industry ready graduate is significant. So if it is bridged, it will help the person definitely score much higher than anybody else in terms of getting a job. Certainly.
So ma'am, now I'll be just wrapping up the program from your feedback. Is it that how ISAB is getting the students inculcated those skill set and those propositions they can be a good fit for the industry? How is ISAB working on that?
So I think this is a really good question, because there is also industry expert is also there and we are there from the institution.
Yeah.
So basically here, what requirement, actually in this part I will just start with, institutions are always bridging the gap between the one who is the opportunity seeker and one who have that requirement for the same. So now, as sir said, that always institute and even ISB try to add those values in the students in terms of the soft skill, in terms of the hard skills, so that the student can get the sense of responsibility for what they are getting training into, and they can be a long-term part with the organization. Because company, many times, companies also have two aspects. As sir said, the balance of experienced candidate and fresher should be there. But thing is that many times companies also, the experience position are different, but many times experienced candidate in the sense to avoid that retention part, just they can leave the company anytime. So the sense of responsibility need to be trained when PDC is when we are talking about the PDC part, and automatically I think that can help even the students and the industry to go ahead, because this pressure are going to be the experience for a company.
That was so good. Pressures are going to be the experience. So with this, I would like to end the session for today. I would like to thank the experts and all the audience watching us. We'll be surely taking up more questions in next sessions, and would like to connect with you over the comment box and through any method you would like to join us. Thank you so much for your time to the experts and to the audience who are watching us. Thank you. Have a good day.
Thank you.
Thank you.